Yarny friends, I'm Sara Sach. Welcome back to another edition of This or That, and sometimes the other thing. If you've never watched one of our This and That videos, a lot of times I just ask a question whether you prefer this or that, and sometimes I'll ask a question about something and ask you yes or no. They're just quick videos with questions, and it's really important to me that you comment your answer down there in those comments because I love to read your comments, and I think I can learn from you, and then everybody can learn from each other. We all have different likes and dislikes when it comes to colors of yarn or types of crochet hooks or techniques and things that we do in crochet. And that's where we can learn from each other. So there are no wrong answers. Never a wrong answer. All right, so what's our question for today? So our question today has to do with eyes. Well, not my eyes, of course, but the eyes that we add to some of our crochet projects. And what it really has to do with, I've gotten a lot of questions lately, I would say since last Christmas, really concerning eyes. And sometimes we crochet eyes and crochet them and sew them on. And sometimes we use the safety eyes. And so that's what this question has to do with. And so to bottom line the question, would you prefer to crochet eyes and sew them on? Or would you prefer to use the safety eyes? And the thing about safety eyes is they can be dangerous because they can easily be pulled out if they're not put on properly. Children and dogs alike can chew those off or pull them off and accidentally swallow them. You know, dogs and kids both always put things in their mouths, and they can become a choking hazard. And so I always say that if the child is, a toddler or a dog that's a chewer, don't ever put a safety eye on a toy that you made for them. Of course, this is a chill pill. And it's super cute. I'll put the pattern for that if you want to find it in the links underneath this video, okay? But the other thing is, when you're adding crochet eyes, those can be pulled off as well, but they're less likely to cause any kind of choking hazard or anything that's dangerous for a child. And so then I always say, if you're making something for a small child or a dog toy, to make crochet eyes and sew them on. And I like them a lot of times because you get a nice puffed up eye if you put it on like that. It can also be a flat eye as well. But those are the two reasons. Safety eyes can be dangerous for small kids, but also there is a big difference in the way that they look. These are just basically buttons with a little snap on the back that you put on, where these are sewn in place and they're less likely to come off, whatever that you make. So here are some options for eyes that are not crocheted on. These are just your typical safety eyes. These are blue and these are green, kind of cat eyes. These are called animal eyes. These are 15 millimeter, both of them. These are the big ones that I used the other day that are 24 millimeters. And I picked those up at Hobby Lobby. Then I have the sticker ones. And these are just stickers. You pull them off, they stick. I stick them on like different things that I want to be silly with. Like I put some on some of my succulent plants because my granddaughter thought it was funny. And I just got these at Walmart. When I use these, even though they're sticky on the back, I still add a little bit of hot glue or E6000 or a tacky glue if I'm going to use them on something crochet. All right. Same thing with these. These have a little peel back sticker on the back, but if I want to make sure they're going to stay, I'll add a little extra glue. And then these don't have any sticker or sticky on the back at all. They're just a bag full of different sized googly eyes, and I got these at the Dollar Tree. I don't know where I got these big eyes. I'm thinking I got those at Michael's, but I'm not sure. I've had those for a couple of years. Now, as far as a safety eye, you have this little eye. Here's a little brown one. It's for a teddy bear. And it has the little pokey thing. And when you're putting this on something crochet, make sure you go through the stitch and not in between the stitches. Go right in through the fibers and the loops of the stitch, and then you stick the back on until it snaps. They're pretty safe. That's why they call them safety eyes. But you can see by the size of these, if you give these to a small child that might put it in their mouth or try to chew it off, or even on a dog toy, it can be a choking hazard. And that's the question that I get a lot. Well, if I can't use these types of eyes, what do I do? And that's where a crochet eye is probably your best bet, because it's going to stay put because you sew it on securely. And also, that yarn is probably not going to come out, but there's no guarantee. So you're going to have to be really careful. If you have a gift you're giving to a small child, or say someone got a new puppy and you want to get them a gift, make sure that it's something that they can't chew up. Because I have heard instances of where a small dog has chewed off a piece of string and swallowed that, and it got caught inside their little body intestines. All right, so those are things we have to consider when making crochet items for dogs or even kids. We have to keep it safe. All right. But as far as your options, you can glue them on, you can snap them on, or you can crochet and sew them on. And it really just depends on the item and who you're making it for. And so there's some other options. The thing about eyes is I'm telling you, they make all the difference in the effect that you're looking for. Putting them close together can be a little bit silly. Putting them farther apart can be a little bit angry. Off-centering them can be like a little bit of a crazy monster, So whatever you're looking for to do, there's lots of fun options in how you can put the eyes on. Okay, but I just wanted to show you some different ones that I use. I have seen online, I think Amazon, I can't remember where I saw them, where you could get this big bag of all sorts of shapes and colors for a real reasonable price. You'll have to look that up because I can't remember what brand it was or anything. But check it on Amazon. You can get a lot of good deals on safety eyes on Amazon. All right, so let's get back to our question. Would you prefer to use safety eyes or crochet eyes? And does it depend on what you're making? Because it does for me. All right, so that's our question for the day. It's all about eyes. All righty, and it is a really good question. I've gotten it, like I said, through the year, I've gotten lots of questions about why did I choose this eye or why did I choose that eye, and which eyes are better. I'm making a dog toy. I'm making a toy for my niece or my new baby sister or something like that, or our friends are having a baby or whatever. And it's real important to make sure that we keep those things safe from, or keep our babies and our little ones safe from a choking hazard on those safety eyes. Okay, and really the bottom line for me is, how's it going to look on what I'm making, number one, and number two, who am I making this for? And so that will determine which eyes that I choose. I love all the eyes. I love to crochet eyes, and I love to add safety eyes, and you get all kinds of different looks when you do that. All right, so remember, comment down below in that comment section, because I love to read your comments. All right, well, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.